Okay, so this is a relatively simple question, so it would be an easy level question relating to the concept of annuities. You know that an investment offers you $5,300 a year for 15 years, and the required rate of return is 7%. So the question really asks you, what is the present value of that stream of payments now? What is the present value if the payments occur for 40 years, for 75 years, and forever? So we'll start with the first part of it. We'll assume that it's only going to occur for 15 years. We know that it's a finite amount of time. It occurs every year. It starts next year, and the rate is 7%. So this is an annuity. So to solve this question, we can use the present value of an annuity formula. And present value of annuity is equal to the cash flow times 1 minus 1 over 1 plus r divided by t, and entire thing is divided by 4. So this is the basic present value of annuity formula. It's something that I suggest you memorize because you'll probably need to use it in quite a number of times. Once you know the formula, the question becomes really easy. It's just a simple plug-in of the numbers and then the values to get the present value. So let's calculate it for the first part of the question, PVA, and assume we're doing it for 15 years. The cash flow doesn't change in any calculation that we're going to do in this question. It's still going to stay for $5,300 a year. The rate won't change either. The only thing that will change is really just the time period at which you're investing. So we have 5,300 multiplied by 1 minus 1 over 7. So where are we getting these values? 1.07 is just 1 plus 7%, 15 is the time period, and 0.07 is the 7% at which you're investing in. So once you solve this, you get a present value of 48,271.94. The next part of the question states that, well, what if you're not investing for 15 years, or what if you're not receiving the cash flows for 15 years? What if you're actually receiving it for 40 years? So we know our time period changed, but everything else stays the same. So again, we can substitute the numbers in. We have 5,300. 107. Here we're going to use 40 instead of 15 because that's the new time period. And we have 70,658.06. Next part, present value of an annuity is, this is going to be invested for 75 years, so you're going to receive 75 payments. So your payment stays the same, 5,300. Your time period changes to 75. And you get an answer of 75,240.70. Finally, it says, well, what if you're going to receive this stream of payments forever? What is the present value then? Well, if we're receiving the stream of payments forever, you know that it becomes a perpetuity, so you can use the perpetuity formula, which is just your cash flow divided by the interest rate. And once you plug in the cash flows and the interest rates, this is 5,300 divided by 0.07. Your answer is 75,714.29. So really the question asks you to calculate some of the present value of annuities so you become comfortable with the simple calculation. This question also highlights the difference between an annuity and a perpetuity. So you can see that the longer you receive the cash flow for, the longer your time period is, the more it approaches a value of a perpetuity. So the difference between investing it for 75 years and investing it forever is just going to be about $400 or so. A little bit over $400. So really it's implying that the difference between these two time periods is only worth $400. And that's how you calculate the present value of an annuity.